This weekend, the IndyCars move off the streets and head toward the first oval for the 2009 season. This mile-and-a-half tri-oval track has only been around since 2001, but has proven to be a very competitive facility, with 2 of the top 10 closest finishes coming from the Roadrunner Turbo Indy 300. Here's how some of the drivers weigh in on racing in Kansas.
Remember that I won. Nah, I mean, you're doing everything. You're gripping tight, you're looking over, you're trying to relax, you're thinking what you need to do, and you're pressing the throttle a little harder, but it can't go any further than the throttle stop, and it's just, the adrenaline is so high. I mean, you're definitely doing everything you can.
You've got to come out of the blocks, quickly. Again, I'm glad I'm in one of the target cars, because most of the time I've raced at Kansas, I've watched them disappear down the road, so hopefully that will continue this year.
Yeah, I mean, I love Kansas Speedway. It's always a racetrack that I've gone very well at. I don't know why, but it just seems to be the case. I mean, at the different teams that I've driven for, I've always featured very strongly. So we're hoping for a great result there this year. I think if I win this year, that would be 3 in a row. But it's that's a very intense event. It's very important, because it's the lead into Indianapolis. It's our first oval this year, so that's going to give you a feel for certainly how you're going to open up the month of May.
Yeah, Kansas, I think is a great circuit for the IndyCar Series to go to just before Indy. It's very different in the fact that the cars are fairly easy to control on that track. I think once you get into the draft, and that's very different. But the track allows you to maybe mess up a little bit, and you can still recover it. So hopefully we can continue the great run that Target's had there.
The Firestone Indy Lights will have their 4th race of the season, and Kansas holds special meaning to the series since in 2002 it was the host of the inaugural Firestone Indy Lights event. Long Beach victor J.R. Hildebrand now looks forward to the oval, where he triumphed in 2008.
It's a great circuit. It's pretty smooth. It definitely lends itself to good racing because it's smooth and you can run too wide without too much of a problem. So, I think there'll be a lot of really competitive guys there this year, a lot of really competitive cars, and the fields are bigger than they've ever been. So, I'm looking forward to a good race there again this year.
Hildebrand will be returning to defend his victory in the Firestone Indy Lights, while IndyCar drivers Dan Weldon and Tony Kanaan are looking to add another Kansas win to their resumes. Dan Weldon currently sits 5th in the points and has won the past 2 events at Kansas. Another good showing this weekend could put him back in the hunt in a hurry. Whatever happens, be sure to catch the Roadrunner Turbo Indy 300 this weekend on Versus. This is IndyCar.com. I'm Lauren Bolander, and you're up to speed.